Oh yeah, it's a mock draft day. We did a points league one earlier. It is a 12-team, 9-category mock draft now. I'm picking at number 10, and I'm going with Damo. Michael Bolton.
Thanks, Josh. It's Michael Bolton here, and it's time for another episode of the Locked On Fantasy Basketball Podcast. Let's get to it.
Let's get to it, indeed.
You are Locked On Fantasy Basketball, your daily fantasy basketball podcast, part of the Locked On Podcast Network.
Hello and welcome to the Locked On Fantasy Basketball Podcast, brought to you by Basketball Monster. My name is Josh Lloyd, and I am the lead fantasy analyst at basketballmonster.com. You can find me on Twitter, as always, at redrock_bball, on TikTok, at redrock_bball, and on Instagram at Locked On Fantasy Basketball. Today's episode is brought to you by FanDuel Sportsbook, official sportsbook of Locked On. Make every moment more. Right now, new customers can bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets guaranteed. Visit fanduel.com/lockedon to learn more. Thank you also for making Locked On Fantasy Basketball your first listen every day. We are free. We are available on all platforms. So, mock draft, pick 10. Yes, I am doing a points league mock draft. In fact, I've done one. Go and have a look. Dropped about 6 hours ago. Yes, I am doing pick 11 and pick 12 and 13 and 14. Yes, I'm doing other mocks next week. Will I do another auction one? Well, that's a little bit up in the air, but we'll find out. Maybe. We'll see how we go. I also talked about the Miles Bridges situation at the start of the Points League mock draft. So if you were a Points League a Category League person, and you clicked into the Points League mock draft and went, points, I'm not watching this, go and watch it. I talked for about 2-3 minutes about Miles Bridges there. I don't want to rehash it. We're doing a Category League. I'm picking a 10. I'm picking Damian Lillard. But I'm also here to tell you that today's episode is brought to you by FanDuel Sportsbook. Snap into action this NFL season with FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook, because right now, all you new customers get $200 in bonus bets, guaranteed. All you got to do is place a $5 bet. That's $200 in bonus bets, win or lose. If you've been thinking about joining FanDuel, there's never been a better time, because the Dolphins, we're the Super Bowl favorites. Are we? I don't know, but you can check it on FanDuel. We should be. We're really good. But you can also bet NBA preseason games, Tua Tagovailoa MVP bets. You can see whether Damian Lillard or Giannis Antetokounmpo has higher odds for the NBA MVP. Spoiler, it is Giannis. Do you agree with that? I just talked on Locked On Bucks about that, actually. The app is easy to use. You got spreads, money lines, player props, over-unders, whatever. It is all there over at FanDuel. So visit fanduel.com/lockedon and kick off the NFL season. FanDuel, an official partner of the NFL. And don't forget to gamble responsibly. Okay, so we might as well head into this mock draft now. That would make a lot of sense, wouldn't it? We're getting ready to start. All right, let's head into the draft room. I'm picking at 10, as I said. I'm going to be taking Damian Lillard in this position. And I'm excited to see where we go here, or how this all plays out. I'll just tell everyone, leave Lillard for me as a reminder. All right, and we are, 30 seconds away from starting this off? Another 12-team, 9-cat, 10, pick 10 draft. Interesting to see what I get on the way back around. I was debating doing Durant here at number 10. I just have so many concerns about his lower body and the way those injuries have piled up. Garrett, you are on the clock. Make your pick. Hope this doesn't go like the one earlier today where that first pick just kept disastering. No, we're good. We're flying. Let's go. Jokic, Embiid. I wonder if anyone's going to throw a spanner into any works here. I've been debating some different sort of league types. I don't even know if I've voiced them here. I thought it'd be interesting to do a draft, right, where you only have 7 teams that you can pick from. You can have like 2 players from each team. That's all you can do. And if you pick someone off waivers, it's got to be from that team. There is a setting in Fantrax where you can do that, where you can limit the amount of players per NBA team you have. It's probably a little bit unfair, but it'd be an interesting draft. I don't know if I'll do it. Would you guys be interested in a league like that? If I set up just one random 12-team league, you can only have a certain amount of players from a team. That's it. So we go Jokic, Embiid, Shea, Halliburton, Doncic, Curry. Very standard top 6. Oh, actually it's not, because where's Tatum? Are people worried about Drew and Porzingis and Brown? Are they worried about his wrist? Is that what you guys are worrying about? There's an argument, and I made it the other day, for taking Tatum ahead of Doncic because of the playoff schedule. Tatum goes at 7. Dribbling balls. Cool. Were you in my points mock draft earlier today, and I should have kicked you out of this? I apologize for others if I didn't do that. Giannis goes at 8. Let's see what Amorotal does and takes LaMelo Ball. So that leaves me, miraculously, the team called Damian Lillard team, to take Damian Lillard. And that's what we will do. We're the North. He almost got booted for being from Canada, but in the interest of international diplomacy, he stayed in. And unfortunately, Aiden is also Canadian. So yeah, we had some problems early on, but we sorted them out. Davis goes 11, Durant 12. I'm guessing, Trae Young. So Aiden's a Hawks fan, I'm pretty sure. So Trae Young goes there. That was always going to happen, and I need to work out what I'm going to do with this pick as Sabonis goes next. Sabonis is creeping up and creeping up. What am I going to do? I do not want to take Kyrie here. Jesus. I'm going to take Devin Booker. I don't want to take Kyrie. When these guys are close, the 2-game playoff week steers me away. But that's a stinking spot, actually. I would have been happy with Sabonis, happy with Trae. It smells. If I knew Kawhi was playing 60, I'd take him there. I considered Jimmy Butler. It smells, that spot. And Edwards is one, but of course, for him to get to this zone, he needs to jump about 30 ranking spots in fantasy. And that's a big jump. It's a big jump. Kyrie goes next at 16. Edwards goes 17. Now we get into the Don Mitchell zone. I don't think Kawhi is going to come back to me at my next pick. But I don't know. Am I just sniffing his farts by thinking he might actually play 60 games? Jim Butler goes at 18. I hate the second round. I hated it so bad. And the third round, I love. And the fourth round, I love. There's just value everywhere. The draft is not a straight line. It's not. You have like a group, and then you have a cluster, then you have nothing, then you have a fat group, and then it's all over the shop. It is why auction is better, by the way. Jimmy Butler goes 19, Don Mitchell 20. I have not seen Don Mitchell go that late in a long time. Also remember, because of this weirdness about how we are viewing these players, like somebody always in a ranking system has to finish 17th and has to finish 18th. So if you take one of these guys at 17 and they end up 30th, is it the end of the world? Not really, because we understand that there's a lot of similarity or uncertainty around these guys. But somebody has to finish in these spots. That is the way that numbers work. Math genius. Mikal Bridges goes at 21. Hey, by the way, guys, Ben Simmons looking pretty good again in that preseason game that's going on at the moment. I wonder how high... Oh, Jesus, speaking of high, that's high for Cade. I wonder how high Simmons is going to go. Oh, Kawhi goes. All right. Actually, it's fine at 23. Risky, but it's fine. But man, an Embiid-Kawhi pairing, holy shit. Towns at 24. Yeah, okay. I'm seeing Towns start to go in this area a lot more, and I'm okay with it. Paul George go now. We had situations where Kawhi and Paul George were falling to middle of third round. It's starting to change itself. Jaren Jackson in that spot is great at 26. I think that's really solid. We should be looking at Porzingis and Markkanen and Bane start to go. LeBron is a guy that keeps falling as well into round 4, and I think that's reasonable. I just don't know how you want to put a bunch of faith into a 39-year-old who's had multiple concerning lower body injuries. He's not 32. If he was, I wouldn't care. Markkanen goes at 27. Now Bam should start to go soon. Is there a chance that old Edris goes to me? Probably not. But I would love it. Garland I would love as well. I could be in prime Wembanyama spot at 34. Bane goes 28. I don't think that he's going to last. Oh, Van Vliet's still there. All right, Bam goes at 29. Fox, actually. Foxy. Or maybe not actually. Debating. Nothing super outrageous here, I don't think. It's been pretty stock standard. But again, we're just highlighting the issues around these areas of the draft. It's really frustrating. Van Vliet's a good pick, and there is always going to be some guys that slide a little bit. Porzingis to me is sliding somewhat, and then we're going to start to see blocks fly off. Mobley will go, Claxton will go, Wemby will go. Or is Wemby gone? Did I miss that? No, he's still there. All right. There goes Garland at 31. Sometimes Garland goes at 22. Again, is it outrageous? Either way, no. Ooh, I'm glad that you took the LeBron James decision out of my hands. Atke at 32. Porzingis is the guy that is sliding here, so we are going to throw him onto the watch list. I think I'll take Jordan Poole round 4 if it comes to me. Miles Turner goes. Okay. Miles Turner ahead of Porzingis. Or do I take... I'm not a big... Yeah, I took him the other day in round 3 Wembanyama. I'm going to pick 34. Or do I actually care for blocks? I probably don't. So maybe let's not do that. Let's take De'Aaron Fox there. I think that Fox... Yeah, better do it. I don't love him in that spot. I just think it makes a little bit of sense with how I'm building this team. And again, if I say as a general rule, I don't love someone at certain spots and then I take them, there is reasons for it. There are build reasons. There are scarcity reasons. There's a bunch of different things that it all depends on how a draft plays out. Because now that I'm seeing that there are some centers that are falling that are normally off the board that I can probably get back on the way around here. There's a Jaylen Brown and Jalen Brunson in terms of guards. Your Porzingis still there. Claxton's available. I'm definitely taking Porzingis if we get back in 2 picks. But, Jamal Murray goes. Wow. This is late for KP. It's late. I think We the North's going to snag him, though. Look at the bigs he's got. Does he go again with a big? Man, that's outrageous if he does. But it also makes blocks very hard to compete with. So he takes Brunson. Okay. So, I'm just going to take Porzingis there. I'm going to need center and power forward eligible players. He can still score. He can still hit threes. He can still get rebounds. He's still a good free throw shooter. It just feels late for me. People will often say, well, if you're punting blocks, why do you take Porzingis? That's not how punting works. Someone said it to me the other day, well, you were punting free throws. Why did you take Jamal Murray? Because I wanted scoring, assists, and threes. It's not. You don't have to avoid the players that are good in a category. And I think getting that value on... Jordan Poole would have been good for me. Getting Porzingis there is just... I think it's valuable. I just think that what he provides in other areas outweighs the value that he loses from blocks. Jordan Poole goes 40. Jaylen Brown, 41. That's pretty good for Jaylen, I think. Zach LaVine and Claxton should be starting to appear in people's queues. I'm going to throw Kessler in there as well. Because even though I started out, I'm going to pump blocks, Porzingis fell to me. I can get a... maybe I can't, actually. At pick 658. Could Chet fall? Probably not. That Thunder preseason game's going on at the moment. He sneaks it in. Chet at 42. So I haven't seen what Chet's doing in game 2 of the preseason. But there are blocks guys still around. Like Claxton. Ayton's not a blocks guy, but he is still around. And Kessler, they're the two that are interesting here. That'll change what I try to do here at 58. Siakam goes. That is a good spot for him. DeJounte Murray, I like him in that spot. You could have gone 5, 6, 7 spots higher if you wanted. I don't love him in round 3, but I think he's okay there. This is what I mean about also this round 3 area, is that so many of these guys that if they go round 3, it's fine. Or they go round 4, it's fine. Ayton goes 45. Don't be so beholden to an idea of this player must go here or it's the only spot you can take him and this guy is clearly better. It's why I'll always push back on an idea when someone says just take best available. That's a nebulous concept. What does it mean? How do you know who best available is? There is no clear-cut best available player usually. Sometimes it'll happen where someone's just slid through the cracks way too far. But usually, there's no such thing. You can't predict it to that level of certainty who the best guy is at that spot. You just can't. So while I can be critical of certain picks on here and talk about my thought process of why I wouldn't do it, it's really hard to just say you shouldn't have taken him here and him there. There's so many ways around that and to build stuff out. Beal goes 48, Claxton 47, Zion 49, DeRozan goes at 50. Okay, Ayton still... Oh, no, he went, sorry. Ayton went before LaVine after DeJounte Murray. So a lot of the targets that I was hoping, probably foolishly, would come to me aren't. Walker Kessler's still there. Vooch goes at 51. Could my team be a Kessler destination? I'm very strong in points. I'm very strong in free throws. I'm okay in assists. But forget it. He's not even coming. He's gone. Eric gets him in at 52, which is really, really good. Again, I do not believe that Walker Kessler's a round 2 or 3 player, but I would have taken him ahead of Vooch. Probably would have taken him ahead of Zion, honestly. As much as I like Zion, you can't be certain on it. Ingram's one of those guys who falls off. You know what I'm actually, as my brain races, this is what happens when I'm trying to record, talk, look at drafts. I'm in prime Josh Giddey, Jalen Williams territory there. Do I do it? Maybe I Bronco it. Or Şengün. Or Julius Randle. Well, I can't take Julius Randle because he just went. Randle goes 53 and Anunoby 54. Randle, for some teams, will be a disaster in this zone. And for others, totally reasonable. It's all about perspective. It's all about how your team is. Şengün's going to just slot into my list there. So is Ingram. So is the Bronco. Scott Barnes is actually becoming reasonable for me. Drew Holiday goes at 55. I don't love it, but it's okay. There's so much uncertainty around how that team's going to roll that's why. Like, I might project him to be that spot. It's just there's uncertainty. Şengün goes at 56. Barnes and Giddey. Does Giddey make sense for me? I am a little concerned about Giddey this season. But does he make sense for me? Tyrese Maxey goes. I don't usually end up with Brandon Ingram. Do I take Brandon or Jalen? You know what? Let's just take the Bronco. Ugh. According to scripture, We the North now needs to take Josh Giddey. Let's see whether he does. I was debating Ingram. In hindsight, should I have done it? I don't know. I still need a power. Let's throw him there. Interesting, Jalen Williams doesn't have power forward eligibility when he played every game as a power forward last season. Fantrax, fix that, please. Ingram at 59. And now Aiden going at 60. I have one blocks guy, which makes me mid. Can I get a second guy? Do I wait for Mark Williams or Dan Gafford? Hero goes at 60. Okay. Usually not seeing Hero go ahead of Simons, but it happened here. That's okay. I think Jarrett Allen? I'm not confident. Pirtle. My team's at 84 free throws. We are the best free throw team, I think. No, Amarote. No, he's not. Triple Double's got the best free throws. Josh Giddey goes 62. Oh, it is my pick, I bet, to... Oh, Scott Barnes. Now, as you're aware, I'm not hugely into Barnesy. Or do I take Pirtle? Let's just take Barnes there. I'm not massively into it, but I think there is upside in that pick. Barnes at 52, not really. Barnes there, sure. Just getting a couple of wings and versatile sort of players. I'm doing this hoping that a blocks Mark Williams or Gafford comes back to me at 82. I think I can get one of them there. Probably not Mark is my guess. So let's throw Gaff into the queue. There goes Gobert at 65. Wagner 64. I hope Wagner can really step it up. Oh, Paolo hasn't gone. I hope Wagner can step it up. I just worry that he's too good at basketball, if that makes sense. Too much of I am just going to make this team better versus make myself better. And that's no criticism to others who have higher usage, because sometimes that, in a lot of cases, that makes the team better. But Wagner doesn't seem to be that guy just yet. If he is, he's a little top 25 upside player. And I think that you get him in a dynasty league, you do have a top 20 player, and you can probably get him at a bit of a discount. Jarrett Allen goes at 66. Karafli Sater on the clock takes Paolo. That is a very interesting... the Paolo one is very interesting. Do we expect him to improve? Yes. Will the metrics love him? No. Is it a bad pick? I don't think so. But, what are we basing it on? Is it controversial to say Ben Simmons might go in these next 2 rounds? I don't think I'm going to take him, but is it an option? Yeah, it is. It's possible. Kyle Kuzma goes, the future MVP at 69. I'm going to throw Jakob Poeltl into the queue. So what is my team? What am I looking at? My rebounds are actually atrocious. My blocks are middle pack. My field goals are at 48.5. That's good. I need some points still. Jeremy Grant goes at 70. So I do need points because we all know that they're going to dry up really, really fast. We know by the end of round 10, rebounds are going to be gone, but I'm actually not good at those anyway, so I don't care that much. But I need to start looking at blocks and field goal percentage if I'm going to compete there, which for a team starting with Damian Lillard, I've got over 48% in my projections for field goals, so that's helpful. So Kongwu is really useful for me. Good blocks, good percentages, both of them. Upside, maybe. Terry Rozier goes at 72. Rozier's feeling like Tobias Harris, just boring as shit. Like, is he going to do anything that excites me? I don't really think so. But, is he worth it there? Maybe. Cam Johnson goes at 73. This is getting into someone taking Brook Lopez territory. I'm very cautious about Chris Middleton and when I'm going to draft him because I don't know what to make of the knee. You'll see at the top of this list, there's 3 guys I'm just not going to take, though. Morant, CJ, and White, they're going to go way higher than I would hope to get them. TJ Walker really thinking hard here after he stole Pirtle, and he's gone Jackson, Claxton, Pirtle. So his blocks are going to be they're unbelievably good, actually. Holy shit. And he's got Embiid too. Yeah, and Brook Lopez. All right, so he is never losing blocks. Is he in overkill mode? Maybe, but he is never losing blocks. RIP to the Walker Kessler wins you blocks alone argument because that team's not beating him. Yeah, that's huge. Gafford went there. Get the fuck out of here. 75 for Gaff. Far out. Oh, TJ Walker didn't want Brook Lopez. He got timed out. That's unlucky. Happened to me yesterday with Quickly. But anyway, you're not losing blocks, my guy. Chris Middleton goes at 76. Just really... Blake's Built Bar is a good name for this team. When does Jar start to go? I don't think we do it yet. I don't think we do it. Come on. Wendell goes, ooh, that is a little early. So, do I have the balls to pull off Ben Simmons? I don't think I do. At this, maybe though. It's pick 82. Would he roll back around at 87? Is Toby Harris the guy? Is Markelle Fultz the guy? Oh yeah, love it. Love it when CJ McCollum goes in round 7 because it's something I want nothing to do with. Fultzy. Someone accused me of sleeping on Markelle Fultz the other day. I don't think that I'm doing that. But, we all have our favourite players, and if they don't get talked about enough, you think that someone's disrespecting them. Not that this guy said disrespect, he said sleeping on. And I don't really think I'm doing that with Fultz. Mark Williams is still there. Come on, Josh. We're doing Mark Williams. Or a Kongwu. Oh, I've got 3 guys that I really like. Could I get 2 of those 3 in my next 2 picks? Ja Morant just went there at 79. Yeah, that's a strong no from me. It's too early. Is he even that good in a category league? Like, he's around that mark. It's too early. Oh, well, okay. So Fultz is gone. So that hurts a little. Maybe Jalen Green. I said I need scoring. And he does it. I don't worry about his piss poor rebounds. Draymond Green goes. Okay, so Okongwu or Mark Williams? Well, I know one of those guys is going to start. So let's take him. Let's take Mark Williams. Let's throw him there. It gives me 2 center eligible players. And it's at 82. And then at 87, Simmons, Okongwu, Toby Harris. Well, there goes Harris at 83. And now Aiden is going to chuck one in at 84 to finish us off. Does Jalen Green make any sense for me? Well, Okongwu's gone, so I can't do that. Jalen Green. Or do I do it? Do I pull the Ben Simmons trigger? Or Austin Reeves? And I'm throwing a lot of names out here. There goes Capella at 86. Okay. Jalen's scoring. Simmons' assists. I'm doing it. Let's swing. I'm at pick 10, right? You have to sometimes swing for the fences at pick 10. Is this an incorrect decision? Yeah, probably. But I'm swinging. I need to get some scoring soon. All right, that boosts my assists, steals, field goals, helps my blocks a bit. My threes obviously toileted, but I can get them soon. Johnny Collins at 88, I just don't like it. I don't think he's going to return that value. I am very, very worried about how he fits in the old Jazz offense. But it could work. I'm a little worried. Throw Scooter onto the list. I will throw Jabari onto the list, but he's been going in this round, so I don't think I'll get back to him. My next pick's not till 106. And I don't think Reeves is going to make it back. Nor do I think Jalen's going to make it back. Jalen Green. I'm surprised, actually, Jalen Green is still there. I often see him go in the 70s. But we are at 89, and he is still there. Duran goes 89. Surprised Derek White is still there as well. Well, there goes Jalen Green. That's actually pretty good. I think that's a good spot for him. Ben Simmons dropped my free throw percentage overall projection to 81, but boosted my field goals to 50. I'm happy to be in a strong spot with both of those. Scooter goes 91. I've seen him in the 70s, so I like him at 91. That is good. And and that is much better for Jabari. It's not perfect. I still think you probably look at him at 100, but, not that far off. We are seeing Marcus Smart and Austin Reeves slide here. Tyus Jones goes at 93. They're the two sliders. So I'd love to be in one of these. Yeah, there we go. Triple-double takes Marcus Smart. And TJ, there. Well, thanks, guys. Just grabbing the guys that I think are tremendous. And Clay also. Or actually, now, Klay Thompson for me would be perfect. Boost my threes back up. Boost my points back. I can't do that now. Can I, Garrett? So Garrett takes Clay at 96. I think those last three picks, Smart, Reeves, Thompson, are tremendous values. I see them, especially Clay, going around 7 a lot. They snagged them at the back end of 8. Drafts change a lot. Or Michael Ponder, do I throw him into the queue? I do. Do I draft him? That's what I'm not sure of. Let's see. Someone going to take Derek White this round would be my guess, yes. Trey Jones also should start to go. Asar Thompson. Oh, Zach. Oh, that is way too early for Josh Hart, I think. Oh, my God. That's too early. Holy shit. Is it, though? Yeah, no, it is. Yeah. For me, anyway. Zach Collins. Brucey Brown. Brown is creeping. I liked Brown getting about 110, 120. It's creeping into the 90s, and I'm not super in on it. I'm not super. TJ's still got the second best blocks team in my projections is looking at 0.898. TJ's at 1.4. I think he's got it covered. Mitch Robinson, now he will drop that down and other teams will bump back up at the end, but triple-double took Michael Ponder Jr., then went Mitchell Robinson at 100 and D'Angelo Russell went at 101. That's a good spot for D'Lo, I think. I am a little surprised to see Asar Thompson. Oh, no, I'm not actually, because I'm usually the one that wants to grab him in round 9. Andy Wiggins goes at 102. I don't know that I'll take Asar. Sadiq Bey? Do I take... who do I take? Keegan. PJ Washington, whose value, I believe, should be jumping up with my estimation that the NBA... I was going to estimate the NBA does the right thing. But, why would I do that when they never have? Zach Collins, 104. Damn it. 2 picks away from getting that one. That would have been a nice little snag. Dinwiddie? Yeah, Spence. I'll take... Oh, that is way too early. What on earth are you doing? For those of you not watching, that is Paul Reed at 105. That is just way too early. I'll go another Nets point guard and take Spencer Dinwiddie. Assist boost, points boost, 3 boost. Shit in other areas, but I can deal with it. Just, I think, some value there. Paul Reed at 105 is an insane pick to me. I like Paul Reed. That's crazy. Nurk goes 108. That is strong. We are getting to... Well, why isn't Rob Williams gone? Because he does make some sense. I still want points and threes, though. So I might do Keegan. Or do I do PJ? PJ's such a frustrating player, man. Well, both these guys are. But do I take Keegan here? What's my positional situation looking like? 2 point guards, 3 point guards, 4 point guards. Simmons has got eligibility all over the shop. Valanciunas and Asar Thompson go, so it is my pick. Keegan. Let's take Keegan there. Small forwards, I've got 1, 2 of them. Keegan doesn't have small forward. No, he does. Yeah, he does. He's only small forward. Okay. Not power forward? All right, fine. Don't know how you make that determination. I think my positional flexibility is pretty good here. Shooting guards, I've got the Bronco, I've got Booker, I've got Simmons somehow. Dinwiddie's not shooting guard eligible. That'll come, I'm guessing, because he's going to be their shooting guard. Bobby Portis in round 10, I cannot abide by that at all. There's other guys I'd much rather than him there. But is that the team that took Giannis? No, it's not. If it was the Giannis team, I go, okay, I get it. A little bit of value, but way more if your number one player goes down. DeAnthony Melton in round 10. I mean, cool. Not mine real pick there. Round 11, I am more into it. All right, what are you taking? What's your main takeaway from this draft so far? If you are watching this, drop it in the chat, drop it in the comments. What's your main takeaway? I haven't announced this on the show. I should do it. Live show. Monday, what's the bloody date? 16th. Monday, 16th of October, US time, 4:30 p.m. Eastern, which is Tuesday, 17th of October, 7:30 a.m. Australian. We are going live with a question and answer show where I'm going to be going live on YouTube. You're going to come in, you're going to throw questions at me and so many guests. And let me tell you currently who I have scheduled as guests. Zach Hanshu, Noah Rubin, Dan Titus, Dan Besbris, Mitch Casey, Adam Stock, Adam King, Cyrus from Locked On Warriors for your Warriors questions, John Corrales from Locked On Celtics for your Celtics questions, Sloan Peaver from Sporting News, Alex Raclean from RotoWire, and Karan Talwar from FBI. And I've still got a couple more guests to maybe confirm there. So there you go. Mathurin goes one, or PJ goes, oh shit, I missed a bunch of picks. So Derek White, 114, love it. Shaden Sharp, 115, iffy. Washington, 116, good. Mathurin, 117, good. Rob Williams, 118, very good. Gaz Trent, don't love it, but whatever. At that spot, I think it's actually pretty good. And that spot was 119. And now the last pick of round 10, and let's see how we start rolling things out after that. It is Garrett, who is really, really thinking hard. I think he's going to take quickly. Come on, Garrett. You already shocked me with Hart. Are you a Knicks fan? Is that why? No. He goes with Amen Thompson, which, yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure there's enough minutes there for him, unfortunately, now that Reggie Bullock is in town. All right, so that is 10 rounds done. My team is not super good. It's okay. But I'm still working hard. I'm still grinding, as they say. Jaden McDaniels, 121. So, what am I doing? What are I doing? That's not English. Who am I taking? Gordon Hayward is going to be in my queue because, again, I just want to get some value. We know that Bridges is definitely missing time, and hopefully he's done. Trey Murphy is also going to be draftable here. Jordan Clarkson goes 123, Healed 122. Getting some scoring and threes in. Remember, after this spot in drafts, it is very, very difficult to get rebounds. So the teams who are still trying to chase rebounds, Kobe White, I see you listen to this show. So if you're chasing rebounds, good actual luck. My rebounds look bad in comparison to everybody else. I'm sitting at projected 5.9. Better than two other teams, but most of the teams are over 6. And there are 2 teams that are close to 8. They're really absolutely jacked up in that category. Westbrook goes 126, quickly 120. Westbrook 125, sorry, quickly 126. How about I just Derek Lively this? Although I might Gordon Hayward at first and then get Lively on the flip back. Can't get rebounds late. They're just not there. They're not available. They don't exist. Pat Williams? Always draft Pat Williams. Trey Murphy goes. So that takes him out of the queue. Is Gordon Hayward reasonable for me there? Herb Jones, 128. I think he is. Just with the uncertainty around Miles Bridges. So let's take Hayward and then let's flip it back around. Hopefully, Derek Lively doesn't go in the next 4 picks, although I am a little scared. If we get a note that the Hayward reporting on the warrants is garbage and nothing's being done, which I don't imagine the NBA is going to work that quickly on it, then I wouldn't like Hayward in this spot. Same as I wouldn't like... I'd even consider Brandon Miller. I don't know how good he is, but I'd consider Brandon Miller around these rounds. But I don't know. That's uncertainty, isn't it? Zubats 131. I don't like it when Zubats goes in round 10. At 131, it's okay. Hey, by the way, Sadiq Bey's still available. Anyone want to do it? Conley goes at 132. I think I'm going to... I can't do Bey, can I? Not again. No. If I drafted Sadiq Bey here, it would be about making the projected standings look better. But I'm going to take Derek... Christian Wood. Man, I could not hate that more. But you obviously believe that he's going to play more than I do. And that's what we're about here. We'll take the flyer. We take the crack. And you went safe with Valanciunas and Conley, which are pretty good value. RJ Barrett. Let's do it. Let's take Derek Lively. We're not getting many centers or blocks around here. And let's take that away from everybody else. Jalen Johnson is going to slide into my queue as well. How possible would it be? I think it's impossible, but how possible would it be? You can do it in auction to have a team of Jalen's and Jaden's. Jaylen Brown, Jalen Williams, Jalen Duren, Jaden Hardy. Tari Eason goes, after Boyan goes 136, Eason 137. Jaden Ivey. It wouldn't be a very good fantasy team because its best player would be Brown, then Williams. And there's probably not enough mid-round Jaden or Jalen's to grab. But yeah, there you go. Horford 138. I don't know, man. Could he average? He might average 5 points a game. I'm not shitting ya. He might average 5 points a game and sit every back-to-back. Brandon Miller 139. My projections will hate that pick, but I actually think it's pretty good. I've bumped him in my projections. I have updated the Hornets over on Basketball Monster to really drop Miles Bridges' games down and bump everybody else up. Bilal Kalabali 140. Don't tell me Bilal's going off. Is something happening? Because he started again in the preseason today. I think you want nothing to do with Corey Kispert in 12-team leagues when we all know that he's a bad fantasy contributor in general. If he's not playing 30-plus minutes. Bilal, holy crap. 22 minutes so far, 3 steals, 2 blocks. Yeah, I get that. Gafford with another 3 blocks, by the way. Yeah, Bilal. I think Bilal's going to start. I thought that was crazy talk. Blake's Built Bars, love you for that. Really good. Massively in on that. Jaden Ivey, 142. Sadiq Bey, 143. The dream is dead. I'm gonna make a Bilal projection adjustment, I think. Those defensive stats are insane. His growth in the last 12 months has been, I won't say it's unprecedented. Oh, you took Jalen Johnson, you dickhead. It's not unprecedented, Bilal's growth, but it's not far away from it. How good has he been? He was playing juniors at Mets 92 a year ago. Maybe the NBA is not the best league in the world. 147, Colin Sexton. Norman Powell, 148. What are we doing with Keontae George? I honestly believe that by December he will start. But can you deal with it? Like that's the tough part. And because again, I want to look and go, I do not for a single second believe at all in Taylor Horton-Tucker. Not for a single second. Dennis Schroeder goes 149, but Horton-Tucker started their first 2 preseasons, got benched at halftime for somebody different. I know, I'm all over the place. This is what my brain does in a draft, especially when I'm recording. Just fucking flying. Do I horsecock this? I mean, that's a question we always want to ask, isn't it? Who can I steal and block, though? Sohan? Grimes goes. Herder goes. Is Josh Richardson still there? Josh Richardson is still there. Is he an upside pick usually? Not really. Well, there goes Josh. Jarris goes 152. Richardson goes 153. So 1 pick before me. That is, we love that. Love to see it. Let's let's horse it. Just to get a little scoring boost. 154 for Keldon. Sohan is on my radar. Who else is an upside pick? The other one, do I dare? I've got two that I'm... Oh, Keontae goes. John Isaac. Maybe. Probably not. Don't think so. Keontae's gone. Horton. Tucker. Just in case. Rashawn Holmes, absolutely no way. I don't think that's going to happen. Anthony Black, I also think there's no way that happens. How does he get in the rotation? How does he even play? Who's the other guy that I was going to take? Got Isaac, got Horton, Tucker. I blanked Jaden Hardy. I've done that in a few. Let's just take Taylor there. Hate it because I don't think he's good, but just trying to look at some trends. The Anthony Black one is really interesting. How is he going to play? Suggs, Harris, Cole, Fultz. You could say he might be ahead of Gary Harris. True. But I just don't see how he's overtaking any of those other guys at this point. Obi Toppin, 160. That's interesting. He slid a lot. He was better than Jarris last game, I thought. Someone should take Isaac and Hardy. They should be guys going off the board here. Jaden Hardy, because Kyrie's got this indefinite groin injury. Denny Avdia, 161. Yeah, Bowl, absolutely no way. Avdia, Sohan should get drafted too. Brogdon probably should go here as well. So should Bogdanovic. And probably so should Naz Reid, although that's tougher to find the minutes. Kyle Anderson, look, I don't like it when Kyle goes in round 11, but at 163, I do. Yeah, the Kyrie out indefinitely groin situation means Hardy's Dwayne Bacon. Bro, what's the point, man? Jeremy Sohan, 165. Blake, I praise your picks, and then you do shit like that. Kuminga goes 166. TJ goes Suggsy. All right. And the last selection is Miles Bridges. Well, I know he's a shit bloke and you might not want to do it. I get that. But I will say at that spot in the draft, if the NBA shows that they're spineless cowards and does nothing about it, or the Hornets show that they're a dreadful organization yet again, then yeah, it's fine. But man, this bloke throwing billiard balls at his girlfriend's car. Not be a shit bloke challenge level impossible for this bloke. Okay. All right, so my team. Pick number 10, Lillard, Booker, Fox, Porzingis, Jalen Williams, the Bronco, that is. Scott Barnes. See, I don't hate Toronto. Mark Williams, Ben Simmons, Spencer Dinwiddie, Keegan Murray, Gordon Hayward, Derek Lively, Keldon Johnson, and Taylor Horton Tucker finishes things off. My team I'm just going to double check the projections here. I don't think it's so super strong. I did try to take some flyers at the end because of where my team sits. They are pretty weak, this squad, in rebounds. I project 5th, TJ on top with Eric Jun, Amarot, Karafli, me, Garrett, We the North, triple-double, Atke, Blake, dribbling balls, and Aiden Vahidi coming at the bottom. But don't worry about it. Don't worry about projected standings. It's all good. It's not the end of the world. Far from it. And that, my guys, will do it for me today. Don't forget to follow this podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and on the Odyssey app and on YouTube. I think you know what to do. You thumb it up and you leave your comments down below. Guys, we are done here. Thank you so much for listening, everyone. See ya.